It's time for another round of the cheapest ammo I can find in stores. How accurate and precise is the ammo? Today we're going to be looking at the Winchester Range and Target 95 grain full metal jacket ammunition. If you recall, in our first video on the subject, we shot Federal Champion was the primary focus of the video, and we did about 1.5 inch groups with our 8-shot samples. We also did the CCI Blazer 95 grain aluminum, and we shot about 2.5 inch groups. We're not going to shoot those ammos today. We'll show you a little graphic, but we are going to do that Winchester Range and Target. Let's see how it performs here at our left hand. Paper plate with the 3-inch target. 8 shots in the first magazine. We'll then shoot the middle target with the second magazine. All the shots will be single action. I should have put the pistol in like a case with a hand warmer. It's been sitting on the bench all morning, and it is ice cold. Hoo-wee! That ain't gonna help our group, but anyway, here we go. Okay, the other thing that doesn't help is I was shooting a 22 pistol. I should have filmed these in reverse order. I was shooting a video with a 22 pistol, and boy, with the ice cold cheetah, all metal cheetah, with hands that are going numb, we didn't do the Winchester Target any favors with the first magazine, which is why we're doing 2 magazines, so we can throw 1 sample out. So let's see if our second sample is any better. Here we go. Okay, probably a couple flyers in there that are just me. From without measuring, we'll collect those targets to measure them, but without measuring them, they appear to be on par, what we'll say the Blazer aluminum ammo. All right, my hands. They're basically numbsicles at this point, but we have one more test to do. In our first video, we did a magazine of self-defense ammo to round out the test. We're going to do that same thing today with a box that I got for super cheap on sale at the big box store. The Sierra Outdoor Master 90 grain Sportsmaster jacketed hollow point ammunition. We're going to do 8 shots at our right hand target. Less than ideal conditions, hands numb, wearing gloves now because we're so cold. But let's see how we can do with putting holes in paper and hopefully a good group. I think I'll even shoot without my glove on. I lied. I said we were going to shoot with gloves on. We're going to do with no gloves to finish it out to make sure everything is the same. Here we go. And at least without measuring, the eyeball measure, we're going to call that a comparable group to the other ones we shot with our Winchester Range and Target. But let's go collect our targets, and we'll put them on the old Treasure Team measuring stick, and we'll get the numbers on how they shaked out. For both of our targets today, fired using the Winchester target and practice ammunition, our 8-shot sample out of the 3.9-inch barrel of the ADX Cheetah came in at the 3-inch range. Both targets had, I would say 2 shots where we'll call them flyers, but on the shooter flyers, not on the firearm or the ammo flyers. Had we given ourselves maybe a 2-shot ice cold firearm allowance, that group, I don't know, could have been in the 1.5-inch range, but as they like to say these days, it is what it is. The self-defense ammo in today's test, the Sierra Sportsmaster, which you may hear me at times called the Sierra Outdoor Master. Same ammo sold in a different color box under a different name, but the same ammo. Our 8-shot sample out of the 3.9-inch barrel of our Cheetah came out to, as guessed with the eyeball method, a 3-inch spread. All 3 of our targets in today's video have groups that are very similar and measured out in that 3-inch range. Had we allowed for that 2-shot ice cold gun flyer policy, our groups would obviously measured better, but it is what it is, and at least now we know that when shooting with an ice cold firearm, my groups are going to be negatively affected. Well, anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, like it, share it with your friends and family, drop a comment on there. Those things are free, and they really help the channel greatly. If you'd like to help us make more of these videos in the future, look into becoming a member. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good night.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
New favorite.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go. But she
Fred, the people can't see you. You're going too crazy.
So she stumbled out the door into the snow. When they found her Christmas
Oh, look at your tail going all waggity, waggity, waggity.
at the scene of the attack, there were hoop prints on her forehead and incriminating
You like those smart bones, huh,
marks on
Fred?
her back.
Yeah, I
Grandma
thought.
got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me